The next time someone does PAP, you gotta leave the schedule to the show. You just gotta do it. Okay, so this just in. And our first guest, this just in after that one, and just a twin story from the Twin Cities. Our first guest is a Vermont film producer, perhaps a director. Perhaps he's just wearing a silly hat and just came to install our cable. Who knows? His name is Stu McGowan, and he's here. How you doing, Stu?
How you doing?
Nice to see you. Now, can you give me a little background on how you got started as a film producer?
First of all, why is your seat up so high and mine's like so low here? Is there some reason for that?
Because you're really tall and I'm better than you.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Power structure.
You can rest your chin on the table.
I put it right here. What was the question?
You just got really bad posture.
Yeah, it's kind of leaning over stuff.
Now, how did you get started?
I went to the University of Vermont, and I actually worked for Extension for a while. So I did videos on cows, like the one we just saw. And then after that, I started making my own films, and then I got like a little bit too straight. So now I'm back to show you some of the stuff that I used to do when I was less straight, making straight type stuff.
And what do you consider is the biggest difference? You're making. When you say straight, you mean documentary?
I'll give you an example. I literally made video. My very first video for Extension was on cows. Literally, it was on the voice on pasture system. Okay.
It sounds thrilling.
Yeah.
So you were out of work for a while.
Yeah, right. And then I decided after I graduated, I want to make some crazy films, and I did one on masturbation. So you can get the two kind
I heard about that.
Just the differences, yeah. Yeah. But this film that I've got tonight.
Now that aired here on. Please set up. You got to set up.
Let's set up what you got. The clip I showed you is one I filmed actually 3 years ago, and it's about men hating women and why they do and why they love them. And the clip I've got is this one clip of a guy going off on a melon. You'll see what
Is that the clip? Is that the clip you brought?
That's the clip I brought.
Why don't we roll that clip?
It's about a minute and a half.
Why don't we roll the clip of the first clip here, and we'll show exactly what he's talking about and why this was so. The controversy was just amazing.
Put the kids away. Put the kids away.
And put the kids away.
This is harsh.
Because it's rated probably R, PG. Did you label it?
No, there's a lot of language in. There's some foul movements. It's only a clip, mind you. It's not like an edited version, so it's rude. It's rude.
So you may sit that way in a bowl, but not on the show. So just sit back just a little bit.
It's his damn chair.
And now the actors in this piece?
It's a friend of mine from college from years ago. He's not really an actor.
What's his first name?
His name's Dave.
Roll Dave.
Dave it is.
That's right. That's great. So why do we fucking drive ourselves crazy for you? If we were all men, we'd all be happy. We wouldn't have any problems. We wouldn't be so goddamn insane. There wouldn't be any fucking wars. And we wouldn't have to work hard. Because we wouldn't have women sucking our wallets. That's what you do well. You fucking suck our wallets. You don't fuck us. You're good for nothing. Nothing. Nothing ever good has come from women. Just trouble. Trouble. You screw people up. You screw people up like Vincent van Gogh, who's a genius. See? That's all you care about, right? That's what you use us for, right? Why don't you go fucking buy a vibrator? Yeah. You see? It doesn't matter to you. Just as long as a tongue is as good as a fucking finger is as good as a fucking dick, right? 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 But no, you want a dick, you know why? Because you can suck our money from us, because you can play with our guts, you see? Because you can play with our fucking minds, because you can have power over us. You can't do that with other women, because you can watch us preen, and you can watch us go crazy for you. That's what you're good for, you like playing with our minds! Just fucking playing with our minds!
Well, it's definitely something you'd be proud of.
Yeah, it's I've had difficulty finding this tape any further. We got the raw footage. Actually, it's kind of unfair because that's the harsh section of it. Then what I asked the guys to do is, these are regular guys, they're not actors. I asked them to sit down and then talk about what they loved about women. I was real interested in kind of this dichotomy of why, and I did this when I was in my 20s.
You just got something against produce. What's going on with you?
Yeah. Watermelons went down, melons went down, a pumpkin. But I wanted to really look at why men in their 20s, I found that older men wouldn't do this, but men in their 20s would. I wanted to find out why guys had these kind of feelings. This guy didn't, it's not like he had a script. He just did it. I asked him to sit there and do it.
Are you more into ad-libbing when you're actually going for something that you wanted to keep and use? You prefer to get that?
Really, it's 100%. There was no script for this.
Do you think
I set him up and let him go for it.
Do you think it's easier to get ad-libbing from not-so-experienced actors as opposed
absolutely.
to? Why is that, you think?
Well, I'm trying to find out what it is that, obviously, someone doing that, either they're demented, which he might have been, or there's something else going on. About 10 different guys did it, and 10 different guys had the same kind of, just went nuts on this piece of fruit.
Where were you while all this was going on?
I was taping it.
Separate days, or you brought 10 guys
separate days. Two separate days over the course of time we did it. Yeah.
And actually, we have a clip of a new film you're working on here. And so along the same concept, men in their 20s, kind of getting by, kind of figuring out what it's all about. And if we could roll this clip of the new film that Stu McGowan's working on, we'll see this, and we'll come back, we'll talk to him about it, and hopefully if people are out there and they want to get further involved. So why don't we roll this?
Would the gods not forsaken me by giving me this most mortal task and stripping thou of the powers of my father Zeus?
Are you ready for your bath now, Sparta Sissy?
If you could help me with this task, oh servant, I'd be most grateful.
All right.
Listen, the main reason I came on the show was to ask you one question. I was in the shower the other night, and of course we all know your famous nude show.
Absolutely.
I was thinking about that, and I was thinking what I was going to talk about when I was on here, and I really didn't, it's kind of free for all. And I was looking at my pubic hair, and it was partially dyed white, because I just dyed it white.
Shoe polish?
Well, no, it was dyed. It was bleached out. For my 30th birthday, I did that, and I was looking at it, and I was thinking, if I went on the show and I exposed my pubic hair, and just the pubic hair, it wouldn't be such a big deal. I was thinking about men and women again. It wouldn't be such a big deal. But if I was a woman and I came on here and I exposed my pubic hair, it would probably be a problem. I wanted to know what you thought about that.
Well, I'm seeing what I'm looking at right now. I'm pretty much banking on what we're not seeing is not a hell of a lot better.
Well, see, the reason it came even more is because you have what seems to be continuous pubic hair from here up. And when I saw that tape, I remembered when we did that, and I was thinking, you would probably have some serious obscenity if just pulled your shirt down.
A little green thumb acro grow, and that really it sprouts up. It's the lawn care maintenance. They come over and work on my chest once a week.
Well, it'll just go through it. So I honestly, I actually wore a bikini briefs and everything today just so I could push the issue, but I decided not to.
We're getting off your crotch just for a moment. Let's go to what's going on next for you this summer. What are you working on that you want to tell the people about? And people can call in. We can also have more questions. People want to call in at 658-5165. What's going on with you this summer?
Is in terms of alternative type stuff, or in terms of regular stuff, or
in terms of anything that has nothing to do with any body hair yet?
Any body hair? Actually, I'm going to finish that video.
You're going to finish that video and extend it to a full length type of.
We're not talking about this. We're not talking about the Sparta thing. We're talking about the other one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to finish that and give people more a balanced view of what's going on. But that's just there's not much else.
And you're gonna air it maybe here on Channel 15 first?
I'd like to. Yeah,
okay, we'll be looking for it here on Channel 15. Good. Stay where we are. We're going to right now to Terry the Translucent Transsexual, and we'll be right back with Born That Way after that. Stu McGowan, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I don't know.